Oh my God, you guys. Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. My name is Amanda. I am a small reseller. I currently sell on eBay, Niknax, and on Whatnot. Every Saturday at 2 p.m. I go live on Whatnot for a vintage live sale. Link will be in the description for that. Please come and join me. There's also a referral code or a referral link in there. If you're a new buyer on Whatnot, you can get a $15 credit towards your first purchase or purchases on Whatnot just using that link. So go check those out. Secondly, I was recently approved to be a live seller on Niknax as well. So there are going to be links for my next Niknax sale in the description. Check those out as well. Hey y'all, I just pulled up to my favorite Goodwill and let's go see what we can find. All right, so first thing in the door, I see they've got a cart out. So I thought I'd peek around. This was cute. I think it's probably contemporary. And I had to check that purse. And again, I think it was contemporary. You know, they're bringing all that style back and have been for the last several years. I found this pottery piece back here. I'm not sure the age on that. I do think it's a more contemporary piece. Oh, and here's another one of these Mexican folk art paper mache people. Now they had $2 or $3.99 on her, and I don't think she was broken, but I don't know if she was missing any pieces. This cookie jar, I come back later and look at it again. Here's another Denim Days, and I thought about grabbing her, but I went ahead and left her. If she'd been one that had more than just her on it, I probably would have grabbed it. Now this is an amazing cobalt blue paperweight, and we'll talk about that later. Those golf people are still there. And this here, I could not believe it. I looked it over so close for any chips or anything, and I cannot find any issue on this, guys. This is Radnor bone china, made in England. Really cool. Now this is a Prince Regent Bavaria, and they had $2.99 or $3.99 a piece on them, and so I went ahead and grabbed them because they were both in beautiful condition. No chips or cracks, no damage I could find, very minor wear, really pretty set. These little dreamsicle guys are still there. Now they have $4.99 I think on both of them, and so maybe it's priced a little high. This is an antique cup, but it had a little damage and quite a bit of wear to the gold and everything. Cute little bunny. Oh, I had to look at this dish. I think it said it's made in Turkey. It was really pretty. It had some chips around the edge of it though. And then this here, I was like, oh, maybe I should grab this, but I don't know. It didn't feel right. It was real oily, slick feeling. So I just went ahead and left it. Now that cookie jar you saw me touch back there, I think it goes with that set, one shelf down. And these are like canisters and stuff, and they weren't marked that I could tell, but they were different canisters. I think they had a little bit of age to them, but they had like $5.99, $7.99, $9.99. It's, you know, their prices were all over on each piece, and I just wasn't sure about them. They weren't terribly heavy, but they were large. So if I was to buy them, I'd probably sell them each individually. But I think there were pieces of that scattered through the store. Now this here, I don't do a very good job showing you to her. She is a porcelain piece, figurine, beautiful, but she had this piece where my finger is that was broken. Now you guys, oh my gosh, I almost fell over when I saw these. Blown art glass, probably Murano, I don't know, at least Murano style, fruit and veggies. Now, I don't get the ceramic lattice dish that they're sitting in. I went ahead and left that. It had a little bit of minor damage to it, so... And plus, I was thinking I'm probably going to, I don't know, sell them individually, lot them up. I'm not sure yet. Super cool, super pretty pieces. I was in love. And then I saw this little ginger jar urn style. It's impressed with Arnell's on the bottom, and then it's incised with some initials, and we'll look at it a little bit later. These are salt and pepper shakers.
Oh, shut up.
I don't know. Have you guys ever seen applied porcelain flour salt and pepper shakers? I couldn't find any damage on them, so I grabbed them. Another piece of fruit, but that one was ceramic. Oh, and then I almost missed those grapes, and it would have been okay if I did because, well, the stem was gone. So I ended up leaving them. I think there's two pieces, a banana and those grapes that I leave behind. And I'm still a bit upset about it. This is cool. You know, and I did see a comp for a cobalt blue version of this that sold for around $30. I mean, these pieces do carry some value. They're mid-century and stuff, but he had a huge crack running down him. Otherwise, I'd have grabbed him. Again, I think they had $4 or $5.99 on him. This was kind of a cute little piece. I don't show it to you very well, but... And they had some contemporary decor pieces there. I had to check this out. A little further down the shelf, this is a art pottery or studio pottery, like a bean pot. I seen that 3-bowl piece there. I think that might go with that southwestern style pottery. This, I think, said was made in Spain, I think. But I couldn't figure out exactly what the dish was for. It had this sort of texture in the bottom. When I held on to this for a little bit, it kind of felt like it was stone. But then when I looked at the bottom, it looked like it was maybe just made to look like stone. I wasn't sure about it, so I left it. I did think it was really pretty, though. I liked the design that was carved into it. Really cool looking. I'm assuming it's a pen holder, or pencil holder, or a vase, maybe. I don't know. That was a neat trinket dish, powder dish. Oh, and then I saw that, and I knew it before I even turned it over. Made in Italy. Look at that thing. You got a spot for your deviled eggs, your veggies. Like, that was a cool tray. Oh, and I'd found myself a couple tank tops, and thank goodness, because they they came in handy. Yeah, I saw this, and sadly, they had all that tape across that flash. Otherwise, it looks like that flash was in perfect condition. I probably would have picked that up. Now, these were cool. They were made from like a pot metal. But you can see the break there on her. So I went ahead and left her. And all that discoloration and stuff too. So this cookie jar, I'm sure, goes with that Southwest set. Another reason I didn't want to get it was because it was so light. so extremely light. Kept thinking I was seeing like an incised mark, and it very well may have one, but I don't know. I just don't know enough about that, and maybe I missed a good deal. This is where I nearly dropped dead. I could not believe that. I was walking down in like the middle between the aisles, and I happened to look up and I saw him, and I probably looked a little insane scattering over to them so quickly. Oh my God, shut up. Oh my gosh, and then I saw that mug. Forget about it. Okay, now this was a cool set that I found, but I've learned my lesson of just seeing it in the box and buying it. So you really do want to start pulling them out and at least checking over a good majority of it before you just purchase it. So I pull out all the little corn holders or pokers there. And one of the pokers was missing the poker part. It was just the handle. The rest appeared to be in good condition as far as those went. But then I'm pulling out the corn holder, and the first one looked pretty good. It had a little gunk on it, but it otherwise appeared to be in good condition. The second one had big chunks missing off the back. I stopped there. Now, I saw this on the shelf, and I passed right by it earlier. It was marked USA, but it turns out this was a McCoy. It's called the Little Red Bean Pot, I think. It's a vintage McCoy piece. Oh my God, you guys. I am so glad that I took the time to come up here today. We will go over that haul when I get back home, but I have to go. Gosh, I've got like 30 minutes to try to make it back home, exchange cars, go pick up my mom. So I will see you guys in a little bit. So I had my very first Niknax sale the other day on Tuesday, the 7th, I think it was, at 2 is when we did it. And we went for just shy of 4 hours. A whole 4 hours, which I know for some of you guys out there that do live sales a lot, that is probably nothing. That's probably a nap. But for me, I thought that was pretty good. And I did not expect it for my first live sale on Niknax. So I was blown away. I had been messaged by some other sellers who sell on platforms that I sell on as well. And they had told me that I would not be disappointed, that there was a drastic difference, and they felt like I would greatly enjoy selling, especially live, on Niknax. And I think they were completely correct. I'll be honest, I was a little bit hesitant at first because I started selling on Niknax back in January. I don't remember the date, but sometime in January. And I've got, somewhere between 200 and 300 listings on Niknax, but I've only had, outside of my live sale recently, I've only had, I think it was like 5 sales on there thus far. And which is totally fine. It's a newer marketplace. It's a newer platform for me, for the platform itself. I mean, so I wasn't expecting it to be, going bananas right away. But it also made me a little hesitant in thinking that my live sale would get any, not just traction, but people actually participating in it. And I don't even mean just bidding. I mean just the chitchat, the witty banter, and all that stuff. I mean, it wasn't just fun selling. It was fun because people were interactive, and we're not talking deep conversations. You're in a chat. It's not that. It's a lot of fun. It was just a lot of fun. And I've talked before about jewelry, which is what we did, was a jewelry jar extravaganza, which is what I will be doing on my next one as well, which I scheduled for this Sunday at 3 p.m. because I think somebody already had a sale scheduled on at 2. I don't know who it was, but I didn't want to, step on toes. So anyways, it's at 3 p.m. this Sunday, and I'll remind you at the end of the video. But we did a jewelry jar pull, and so I just literally sat right over here and just had my big jar full. I've got it here. There's still, I pulled some of the remainder. I mean, I had this jar full to the top, this big jar. It's quite large. And there was a little bit more than this left in it when the sale ended, but not a whole lot. We just sat there for 4 hours, and I just literally pulled things out at random, and everything started at $2 except for sets. And even a couple of those I did at $2 just because they had some wear and stuff on them. But everything was $2 starts except for sets, which were $4 starts. I mean, so people got good deals, but people also seem to be having fun. And I know I sure did. So I do hope people did. I had a couple people after the sale message me and, let me know that my first live, was great. They enjoyed it and stuff like that. So I was really, really happy to get that feedback, especially right away from people. So I don't know. It was just an overall astounding experience, and I'm looking forward to Sunday. And I want to jump on there and do it right now, but I have a little bit of prep work that I want to do. And let me tell you about that. So things that I kind of learned when I was doing my sale. So as I'm going through, I'm like, okay, what I did was I wanted to do it pulling things out at random so that I don't even know what I'm pulling out. The people watching certainly don't know. We're just going through it, which means when I create listings, I'm not going to have a picture. I'm not going to have a description. We're going to look at it, go over it live in person because I don't know what all I'm pulling out. So I'm halfway through the sale and I'm thinking, oh my gosh, I'm not writing down who's winning anything. I'm not writing anything down. I'm just pulling things at random. So long story short, what I wound up needing to do, because I had no way to know item number, this and that, it just said necklace. You know what I mean? So I had no way to know which necklace. So I had to sit and watch my full replay back. But I'm so glad I did. I'm so glad I did because I actually enjoyed watching it back. I don't know. It was a lot of fun just to sit and watch the whole thing. So long story short, guys, I got it all figured out. Packages have already gone out. I got, I think, all but one of them shipped out yesterday, and that was just because one had sort of a confusing address. So here's what I'm going to do different on my sale Sunday is I'm going through and I'm adding more to the jar. We're going to fill it back up. But I wanted to go through the stuff that I still had in it and everything that I'll be adding to it. And I'm writing it down and I'm numbering them and then adding also a little piece of paper to it that'll have that number. So it'll be assigned, essentially. And then there won't be any question about it. It'll match up corresponding to the listing. So if it's earrings 001, it'll match listing earrings 001. I think that will be super helpful. These are things I wish I'd have thought of beforehand. Something else I screwed up. I don't want to say screwed up. I mean, we made it work, but I wish I'd have done was, I had all these listings created for, how many ever necklaces, how many ever brooches, whatever. And I had them all in there, but when I went live, I'm like, oh no, I created all these and there's nothing in my live sales. Where'd they go? And so I was having to go out and bring them in and stuff. And that wasn't a big deal. It didn't add up too much more time or anything, but, what I should have done, and honestly, I thought I did do this, and so it was a little surprising when I showed up for the live sale. But this was on me, because I didn't do it. I should have gone in and moved them to my live stream, and that maybe would have helped. Mental note. Another thing, I came unprepared. I don't know why. I was selling jewelry. I don't know why it did not occur to me to bring things like a magnet, my glow light, my measuring tape, these basic things for selling jewelry. So, I wound up going and getting those things and stuff. All in all, guys, the sale went good. There's just things like that I'm looking back and I'm going, you dingy, But I'll be prepped for it this coming Sunday. So I hope to see you guys all there. Again, I'm doing my next jewelry jar extravaganza. This whole thing will be full again. And I don't know if we'll go 4 hours. I don't know. I don't know. We'll go till I need to eat or something, which was basically why I had to end my last one, because my stomach was growling so much that I was like, oh gosh. And I could see my hands on the camera like starting to get kind of shaky. I felt fine, but you know what I mean? Like, it's like, ugh, I'm gonna have to stop. I gotta go eat something, guys. So we did. We took a break. But if you go check the description of this video, you will see a link to the upcoming sale, but you'll also see a promo code, more or less, in there that you can use for $5 off towards your first purchase on Niknax. And I believe that's geared for new buyers. But definitely check it out. Take advantage of that. Might as well. All right, you guys. So we'll start with the biggest one here. This guy. So he sounds and looks like metal. I got him for $5.99. He's marked USA on the bottom, but I'm a little confused on this guy. This feels like enamel on the outside and looks like enamel. Pull this tape off. Oh, there's a little tape residue. I'll get that later. So it's got a little scratch right there. But see how on the underside it looks ceramic. So I think this is a stoneware, then pot. But it's got a metal handle and 3 friggin' feet. It's like a cauldron. And here's the interior. No chips, no cracks. I mean, that I've found yet. I haven't cleaned it up, so who knows what we're in for. But nothing that I've seen. And he was just stinking cool. Now, I don't know when this guy dates to. I definitely believe him to be vintage, but to exactly when, I'm not sure. He kind of makes me think 30s or so because of the red, but I don't know. If you guys have any idea, drop a comment. Let me know. I just thought he was too cool. He's got a little weight to him. If I was guessing, he's probably somewhere between 2 and 3 pounds at least, but I like him. He's cool. All right. Oh, speaking of weight, another thing I found when I was there was this, and I was like, oh my gosh. So I have a small one that I have for coins, but it's much smaller than this. And I thought, oh, this will work perfect. And it happened to have batteries in it, because I probably wouldn't have bought it if I couldn't tell if it worked or not. But boom, it does work. Well, it works better when you leave it laying flat. Tear. There we go. Let's see. Oh, let me switch over his units. Maybe milliliters, pounds. It says it all. Let's see if we can weigh this dude. Wow. 3.42 pounds. He's a little weighty. But anyways, I saw this and I thought, oh, that'll be great for my, jewelry sales and stuff like that. So I can just leave that guy sitting right here, There you go, partner. And what did I pay for him? $3.99, but pink tags were on sale today. So, I don't know, what, $2? I'll take it. A working scale. All right, so then I got this piece. Turn this light back on. Woo. This piece here. Now, again, this is another one that I didn't have to pick it up and look at it on the back to know that this was more than likely made in Italy. And what I loved about this one is that it's not just like a relish tray. You got your deviled eggs up here, okay? And then this little side dish, you could put dressing or something in there, celery sticks, carrot sticks, whatever. Anyway, they give you some hints for ideas up here. A couple bell peppers, an eggplant, and a carrot. And these are all hand painted, but these are ceramic. They're 3D figural. And then, of course, on the back, he's impressed with made in Italy. This is not a terribly old piece, I wouldn't imagine. But it is hand painted. It is super cool. And I couldn't find any damage on it anywhere. So he was $4.99. I'm good. I love it. I think that is a cool one, because normally when I find platters, serving trays, stuff like that, it's like deviled egg or a relish tray or whatever. I don't know that I've seen them interchanged like that before. Maybe you're supposed to put whatever condiments you'd be putting on your eggs on it. I don't know. It can be for whatever you like. Okay. Then, and this is going to be tricky. I'm going to leave them in their tape for now. But they still have their original corks. These guys were $2.99. And I don't see, yet anyway, any damage to these flower petals. These are salt and pepper shakers. Now, why would they put applied porcelain flowers on the top that, as we all know, never survive? But these ones have. But I don't think it would be too hard to accidentally drop this on your plate or your table and just say goodbye to them. Now, they're not marked that I see anywhere. And I'm really crossing my fingers that when I take this tape off, it won't pull the paint off. But we'll see. But those are cool. And they've definitely got a little age to them. You know, they're mid-century at least. Then I saw... Oh, golly. Please still be intact. Oh my gosh, I think we're good. Okay, so it needs a little cleanup. It's a little dirt like inside this blue one and stuff. So I'll definitely need to clean it up. But $1.99 and Radnor Bone China, England, written on there. But you guys, I have yet to find any damage. And I'm sure I will. It wouldn't surprise me that somewhere in this mix, there's, you know, a flea bite, at least, you know, it wouldn't surprise me. But as of right now, I'm not seeing anything. This is cool. This is freaking cool. I'm loving it. Even the leaf over here, like, no, it looks fine. Even this, oh, I thought I found a chip right there, but no, that's just not painted blue. It's glazed. It's not painted though. So I just love it. Look at the texture on here. And this, I mean, it's literally like the texture of the flower. It is nuts. Super cool. I was shocked. And $1.99. Now what he'll actually sell for, I'm not sure. But it's more than $1.99. I do know that. Okay, let's go to the next. Okay, then I found this piece for $2.99. So it says on here Arnell's, and then it's incised, but it's a hand painted piece. It's bisque, but it's got this like white glazed enamel, I'm guessing maybe spatterware. The interior looks new, basically. No chips, no cracks. And here's the lid. I see crazing on the lid and the interior, as to be expected, but I don't see any damage. I love this yellow color. I love this. This is really cool. I really, really like this piece. I don't know whose initials these would be. I mean, so it's an Arnell's molded piece. And then I'm assuming whoever's initials are who painted it. But I loved that. Super cool. All right. And then I'd also seen, and I went ahead and grabbed because they were in really good condition. Really, really good condition. Now this one I started, it's a set, cream and sugar set, okay? And it says Prince Regent, is it Regent Tea? I don't know. Bavaria, though, is what's on the bottom here. It looks like it is transfer print with some airbrush, like you see this like green around the leaves. So that looks like hand airbrushing. Same thing with this little bit of purple. And then this white here, sadly, some of it came off when I tried to pull up the tape so I could check the interior of the lid. So the rest of the tape I'm going to leave on there until I can put it under heat. But either way, it's got the little like white hand-painted embellishments on it there. Really pretty piece. And there's the interior lid. No chips, no cracks. It looks beautiful. Even the gold trim, very minor. Very, very minor little wear to it. And there's the back side. Really pretty. So I think these are daisies. I'm gonna go with daisies. But I really liked it. No chips, no cracks, spouts in good condition. Again, tiny bit of wear on here, but I'm good with that. This set, I would assume, dates back a ways. I don't know. I would start heading towards on this. Oh, and they were $1.99 each. Let's see, Bavaria. So these are probably in the 20s or 30s or so. Would be my guess. Beautiful. Absolutely gorgeous. Covered sugar and creamer. All right, let's stick this stuff in here. Okay, now, those I want to save for last, these pieces. Okay. I really hope I caught all these on camera. If not, you see him now. All right, so this guy, I know he's not vintage, but shut up. Look at that. He is a freaking 3D koala, and he's smiling, and he's on a branch, and shut up, look at that. He was 99 cents. He's like a stoneware. He's got a cool handle. He's drip glaze, sort of like a foamy look sort of style on here. It doesn't feel textured, but it looks like it. Sort of speckled stoneware. Like, oh my gosh. And he looks good. I like him. I like him. He is cool. I don't know who made him. He's not, that I've seen anyway, he's not signed anywhere. And I can't imagine he's old at all. He's a contemporary piece, but what is that? Okay, so then $2.99 on this one. He's glass. I came across this whole basket. Now, they need to be cleaned up. You might be able to tell he's kind of dusty, and I'll clean him up. But this is a tomato. I came across this whole basket full of fruit and veggies, of art glass flipping fruit and veggies. So this is a strawberry. $1.99. As far as I can tell, they're in good shape. There were a couple. There was a banana and like a cluster of grapes that I had to leave behind, and I was very sad about because they were super cool. But I had to leave them behind because the stems had been broken off. I was tempted, but no, I left them. I just made the decision. And $2.99 on this guy. What the freak? What the freak? I was so excited. All right, I think the rest of them are in here. I bought me a couple tank tops and stuff too while I was there, so some of it was wrapped in those. Oh my God. $2.99. Is this a mango? I think this might be a mango? A pear, maybe. I don't know. Anyways, oh my God. I loved it. I loved it. Oh, well, here was another banana. So I could have had 2 bananas, but I don't. I just have one. This guy here, $2.99. No damage. So the other one, his top was off. Maybe this is a pepper. Maybe it's a banana pepper. I don't know. It's a mystery. Drop comments and tell me if you think I'm wrong on what I'm calling any of these. So I think tomato, strawberry, green pepper, mango, and either a banana or a banana pepper. I'm kind of thinking banana pepper because this is green up here. I think if it was a banana, they would have left it yellow or clear, maybe. I don't know. But tell me what you guys think. Oh, we'll save that piece. Although he does kind of fit in. Oh my gosh. And $2.99 on this guy. He's a freaking pea pod. Oh, and here's the shear mark where they would have, the glass gather would have been down here, blown from here. And then this is the shears they used to, or the shear mark left over from cutting it. And they didn't polish it. I mean, it's not, you're not going to cut yourself on it, but you can definitely feel it. Super cool. And look at it, it's wavy like it has peas in it. Shut up. I mean, oh my God. I was so ecstatic when I saw these. And we're not done. Hold on. We're not done. Sit down. Okay. Okay, so I have a green pepper and a red pepper. What? No damage. Again, I haven't found any damage to these guys yet. The ones that I picked up. There were the 2 that I left behind. And I think you kind of see that in the video. It was heartbreaking. I'm still upset about it, if you can't tell. Oh my God. This piece, $2.99. But here, this guy, what do you notice that's different about him? All this Bullacante. So Bullacante are the little blown bubbles in the glass that are intentional. And you'll see them done, Murano is very much known for it, but you'll see them done on pieces from, China and all over the world and stuff, in glass production. But Italy, and more specifically Murano, is really known for those like very precisely placed ones. And I have not sat and studied this enough yet. But I know Bullacante when I see it. So now his leaf, I can't tell. He looks like he might have like some under damage here. Like he might have taken a whack. And it doesn't look like the crack, like it broke off, but it does look like it cracked it right here. I don't care. I don't like it, but he was still intact. So I'll live. All right, was that it for in there? And then, like I said, I had to pick me up a couple tank tops. Okay. So we have just a couple more things. So there was all that fruit there. And then this. I don't think this was part of this group, and I didn't find it with them, okay? But $2.99. This guy, he's a friggin' paperweight. What's he say on there? Levay. Levay. I don't know what that is. But he appears to be a cobalt blue. I don't know. Maybe you guys can kind of, in the stem, I suppose you can kind of tell, but very dense, very dark. But I don't know what Levay means. Anyways, he's glass. He's art glass. He's freaking beautiful. And he is no chips, no cracks. Hey, let's find out how much he weighs. Let me get my nifty new scale here. Hold on. He is right at half a pound. Heavy enough to hold your papers. Super cool. I loved him. For $2.99. Cobalt blue. Now, when he dates to, I don't know. I don't know who this Levay is. I didn't look it up. I have no clue who that is. All I saw was a cobalt blue art glass apple weight or apple paperweight. And I said $2.99. Yes, please. And he even already has his little felt feet applied by somebody. I don't know. Okay. Now, I need everybody to sit down. Take a deep breath. Okay? Sit there, you little glass roller. Lay down. All right. Hopefully you're sitting by now. I'm going to need you to take some deep breaths in your nose and out your mouth, okay? Because I'm gonna show you something that I about fell to the ground when I saw them, and I could not believe. I had seen people walk down this aisle, and they were up on the top shelf. And you guys know, I told you I'm 5'3". So for me to notice things a head above me, it usually takes a little bit. But I happen to be down, like walking through and just saw it from afar and made a beeline to it. I'm going to show these to you one at a time because the last thing I want to do is drop these. They are beautiful. I'm going to stand back a little bit so you can take it all in. Yeah. You're seeing it right. That does say $3.99. Now they need to be cleaned up. I can see muck and gunk and stuff on them. These are entirely hand painted. These are not transferware florals. This is entirely hand painted. This is, I can't remember the actual term. I don't think they use cut to clear on this. I can't think of the term for this, but it's like the green glass then is cased in the white, and they cut it back, and you can kind of see the beveling in here. And they cut it back, and then they add these beautiful flippin' florals. And even the gold trim up here, I see so little wear to it. I can't handle it. I can't. This is the second one. I can't. It makes me want to cry. Something crazy. And again, no damage. Very little wear to the gold. I mean, I don't know what I'd have done if they'd put that flipping packing tape on here and pulled those damn flowers off. I don't know what I'd have done. But $3.99 each, and I literally felt heart palpitations. It was grand. So, you know what? These are probably Bohemian Glass or Czech. I don't know. Tell me what you think. I know they're in that region, right? I know they're from that region at the very least. Oh my gosh. When they date to, I'm not 100% sure either. I need to go do a little re-looking up on this glass. But what I did know was that $3.99 a piece. You guys, I think I'm going to have a hard time selling them. They're so beautiful. They are so beautiful. Shut up. They are beautiful. And anybody who tells you any different is a liar. Because you got eyeballs. You can see. Come on now. These are gorgeous. Stupid gorgeous. I love it. I just love it. All right, guys. So I want to thank everybody that came to my very first Niknax live sale. You guys made it an incredible experience, and I genuinely want to thank you from the bottom of my heart. I almost feel as though I've been a little traumatized from prior experiences on other places, and this was entirely different. And so, Jocelyn, if you ever happen to see this video, I just want to let you know, I did see you pop in, at least hang out for the first few minutes or whatever of my live sale. And you were trying to kind of help me out figuring out what the hell I was doing wrong, which I so greatly appreciate. And I was blown away that you, not just that you stopped by, but that you even found the time to stop by. Just blew my mind. But you have a really great marketplace set up, and you've done a fantastic job with it. And I was catching some of your big announcement and stuff the other day, and I think that anybody is going to, in your shoes, make changes, make updates and stuff like that. And I don't think that there is a seller on Niknax who would disagree with the fact that, in my opinion, you put forth a lot of effort to make sure it is a good experience as much as possible for the sellers. And that, I don't have to explain to you. You already know because you do this. And so it means a lot, and it's a very different atmosphere than anywhere else I've ever sold on. And I deeply want to thank you for that. Whether I sold just a few things during my sale or everything I brought forward, it didn't matter to me. It literally, the experience and just the people hanging out and the whole vibe of it was different, and it was amazing. And so I do want to thank you. Now, to help wrap this bad boy up, I'm going to be filling this guy up again. Now, I had somebody ask me during my sale if I was going to like be a jewelry seller on Niknax, and I don't even remember what kind of mumble jumble response I gave back, but I basically was trying to explain that, normally, no, I'm not a jewelry seller. That's why I look like an idiot sitting here saying, I have no idea. I have no idea. But the point of it was, to pass it along to other people who were collectors or even resellers. Come get a good deal. And I'm going to say the same thing about this coming sale because nothing's changing. I'm going to fill this jar back up. And I really do enjoy selling jewelry this way. I have a lot more to go. So I will be doing my next sale this coming Sunday at 3 p.m. on the 12th, I believe that is, at 3. And we'll be doing another jewelry jar. And I will probably have another 2, 3, potentially more sales with just jewelry for live sales. And then from there, I don't know. I'm going to continue picking up jewelry because I stupidly like doing it. I mean, who doesn't like it, right? But I don't think I enjoy sitting and listing jewelry online in a normal fashion. I had a blast with you guys. And, I even mentioned during my live, I know that there's some pieces, a few at least in there in the mix that would probably be worth me taking the time to list independently on eBay, Niknax, whatever. But since it's not the primary focus of any of the stores I have on any platform, my jewelry tends to sell very slowly. I had several pieces listed on Whatnot that I've ran a few times, and I guarantee you, because I'm going to add them to this, I'd be shocked if many of them are still around after Sunday. I will continue selling jewelry as long as I can find jewelry to sell. It really is. It's a lot of fun. I don't think I'd enjoy buying it to sell in a serious fashion, if that makes sense. I have a lot more fun just hanging with you guys. And, again, come stop by. You're likely to get yourself a good deal. I'm going to do the same thing. $2 starts on everything, and then some sets, whatever sets I have in there, will start at $4. And sets can be like legitimate sets that came together, or they can be pieces that I have that look very similar, like they could be worn together, and I make a set out of them on my own. So come hang out with me, guys, on Sunday at 3 p.m. on Niknax. The other live sale I have this weekend is on Whatnot at 2 p.m. on Saturday. And I'd love to have you there as well. I didn't mean to not hype up my Whatnot sale, but I had to talk to you guys about my experience on Niknax recently. So this video is definitely far more Niknax focused. But I will be live Saturday on Whatnot at 2 p.m. I will be live on Niknax Sunday at 3 p.m. And I hope to see you guys there. Check the links for descriptions, promo codes, all that stuff. I'll have it in there for you. And I'll see you guys on the next one.